Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Ivy and I'm a YouTuber and content creator based in Asaba Delta State, Nigeria. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 10 very important first aid items you should have in your house at every point in time. Now, if you don't have these items, get a pen and a piece of paper and write them out and rush out to go get them. These are essential first aid items you should own. If it's a content you would like to see, then please keep on watching and don't forget to subscribe. It only takes a second. Welcome back, guys. So if you're like me, you're married, you have a family, you have kids, or you're even single, living alone, you don't own a first aid kit. This part of the world, like Nigeria, people do not really own first aid kits. I find that strange. If you have kids, you must own these things. You must. I'm going to share with you 10 essential must-haves. Like, you should have a box, a plastic somewhere. You just put these items in. Please, they will come in handy and they are very extremely important. Okay, now the very first item on that list today is this right here. This is called isopropyl alcohol, excuse me, isopropyl alcohol, aka spirit, if methylated spirit. If you're in Nigeria, that's what it's called. The brand I have right here is the Moco isopropyl alcohol. This is 99.87%, and the bottle looks just like this. You can see that I'm almost halfway done. Like, I'm going to repurchase this sometime soon. You use this to clean cuts, injuries, and all of that. Children will have scrapes and scratches. Even yourself, little scrapes and scratches, little domestic accidents around the house. You use this together with the second item on our list today, which is a cotton wool. Like this, just get a pack. These things are not so expensive. They are quite affordable. This is a cotton wool. You know cotton wool now, normal cotton wool, the one you just pick out of, and pour the spirit into it to clean wounds and clean all of that. It's a must have in the house. These two together, they go hand in hand. Methylated spirit. The second item is a cotton wool. The third item I will always suggest you have around the house are painkillers. Personally, I have that of children and adults. For my children, I have this Emzor paracetamol right here. I always have it handy at every point in time. When they might be sick, maybe having a fever, you just give them the paracetamol. It helps to bring the temperature down while you maybe prepare to rush to the hospital or some other thing. This is not the full list of the first aid items I have. I have a lot more, but these are the 10 essential ones. If you can't get, most times I have this and ibuprofen in the house, but paracetamol is very important. There are painkillers. I also have this one. Emzor has one as well. This is M&B paracetamol. This one is mainly for adults, just a full pack. On days when you are having headaches, you are feeling pains in your joints, and you just have to pull through. You have this, but when those pains get severe, please go to the hospital to get tested in case there is something more or it's a symptom of something. Okay, so this is the third item, painkillers, on our list for today. Now the fourth items I always have at home are anti-malarials. This one is Camosunate for children under 1 to 6 years. It has 3 sachets in it with each sachet has 2 compartments. You mix together, you give to your kids because mosquitoes, like mosquitoes now, they are something else. So from time to time I just treat them for malaria. Now people will say, you have to take them to get tested and do this and do that. Now me, they stay for my house. I know mosquitoes are doing a number on us these days, no matter how careful you want to be. So I do that. I have for myself, like you know yourself well enough to know when you start feeling signs that this might be malaria. You know, if you treat it and it doesn't work, you can go to the hospital to get tested. Maybe there's typhoid or some other things, but these are important things to have in the house. Anti-malarial, this camosunate, like I said. For me personally, as an adult, I always use this one right here, Amatem Soft Gel. Guys, none of these brands know me. These are just things I use. Products I can vouch for. I've been using for years. I have a lot of kids and myself. I mean, I've spent quite some time on earth, so you know I know these things. So, anti-malarial, very very important. The fourth item on our list. The fifth item, a hand sanitizer. A hand sanitizer, very very important. If you have babies in the house, or you know, before you treat a cut, an injury, or something, just you know, sanitize your hands, and you are good to go before you dip into the cotton wool and the methylated spirit to treat whatever you have to. You have to learn to be sanitary so you don't end up infecting the injury or scratch or whatever it is. Okay, so this is the fifth item. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, the fifth item on our list for your first aid box today. The sixth item, a very very important one, is um, disposable gloves. I always have this handy, not necessarily for me, but at times it could be for people around you, it could be for neighbors, maybe friends came visiting and their kids, it could be anybody, and you don't want to deal with the blood directly. Like, I can sanitize if I'm dealing with my family members, but if I'm dealing with someone outside my immediate family, I always make sure I put on a pair of gloves and you know both hands. I have this in my first aid box at every point in time and just attend to the injury. The seventh item are bandages. I also have the finger strip bandage. That one comes in handy. It's like 15 naira per one. It has the bandage and everything. Just peel up the exterior and just use it on injuries and stuff, like little maybe injuries on the finger and you know those little things. Bandages are very very important to own in the home. I have the big one and a small one right here. um, there are certain injuries that you know your kids might have and you will need bandages, and they go alongside with this. Um, oh, this is a prep bandage. You have a prep bandage. Oh, this is another bandage, the prep one that you just you know used to wrap. I thought I had pulled up my gauze, but I'm going to leave a picture right here or here. Gauze, you need gauze as well together with these bandages. So these are the seventh items. Eighth item you will need is a tweezer. A tweezer just like this. What do you need tweezers for? Just to pull out things. My kids love to play with brooms a whole lot, and more times than I can count. They often get it on their hands, like inside their hands. And if you don't handle it immediately, it happens, you know, it can start to get, the hand can start to swell up and then start having pus and all of that. So I always want them, as soon as you have any injury, they come to mommy and say, mommy, my hand, you start feeling any pain, come to me. And so you just use a tweezer and you just gently pick it out. Tweezers, they do a whole lot of things. It can be like glass, it can be like so many things. This is an important item to own in a first aid kit. Okay, so this is the eighth item on our list today. The ninth item are thermometers. I have two right here. In fact, I have up to four, I think. These are the um, automatic ones. Yeah, these are the automatic thermometers. So the automatic ones that you just turn on, and when they finish taking the reading, you can see this one is on. When it finishes taking the reading, it just turns off by it, you know, it beeps and then you turn it off. So I have about four of these. They'll come in handy. Sometimes battery runs down or something. I just love to be prepared, okay? Especially if you have kids, always take their temperature when they are sick, and then when you see the temperature starts to spike, you know it's time to go for your um, paracetamol and then take them to the hospital. So these are the ninth items, or this is the ninth item rather, you should have in your first aid kit. And the 10th and final item I love to have is this gentian violet, also from the same brand with the methylated spirit I showed you earlier. This is gentian violet from Moko as well. It said it is a medical disinfectant which is effective against some vegetative gram-positive bacteria, should be applied topically for the treatment of burns, boils, chronic ulcers, and mycotic skin infections. Now, I love to use this for burns. For burns, after you know, done the basic first aid things you need to do, just get your cotton wool and get your GV, it's called GV in short, and you just take a little bit and dab on the injury. It just helps to dry it up. It helps in the healing process. It's almost, I think it has antibacterial properties in it as well. Now be mindful, this thing stains. It stains a whole lot. Some people even use it to as blue to whiten their clothes, but it stains. Like, it's almost like biro ink. If it stains your fingers, it stains. So that is where your gloves come in as well. So these are the 10 items I will advise you have in your home at every point in time in your first aid kit. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for staying tuned till the end, and until I come your way again next week, remain blessed. Bye guys.